as entrepreneurs, you're always going to be self-inventing yourself daily or hourly, because that's one of the things you have to do to change, right? You always you're taking information, you have to take an action to it to execute, and then you always have to learn from it to see what works for you or the next person, right? Always changing, never ending learning.
Yeah, I like that how you say it's like you're always kind of reinventing yourself, because like one of my things I realized is I love marketing.
Yeah.
Right. People hate on me like that. Oh, what's worse than a salesman? A marketer. I was like, all right, I guess if you're going to push like, false narratives, but I try to make my marketing like very transparent based.
Yeah.
That being said, like I'm not above the process of changing the process when necessary.
Correct.
Right. Because like people always talk about like, cash flow is like the lifeblood of your business. Well, yes, the cash flow is the lifeblood of your business, but so is the marketing.
Yeah.
Right. Like I had to let someone go because they weren't bringing enough leads. Like there's a day where we got 0 leads. Like 2 days of that business is dying, man.
Yeah.
Like, and like I'm not at a place where I'm like, oh, it's all good. Like just let the business die. Like, no, I care about this. Yeah. And it's like, hey, we need leads going on. We can't have days where there's no leads.
Yeah.
Like generate 1 lead, right? Like
at least 1 lead per day.
1 lead per day goes so far. And I think people don't know the basics of marketing, or they're just like stuck in being like judging themselves.
Oh, right? Yes. That's a big thing with marketing too, right? Like it's the definite judging. I actually watched a YouTube video earlier today. It's the one where it's like, you're limiting beliefs. It's your self-belief to yourself, right? So, and I think you mentioned more on it on your YouTube video where it was like, the key part of getting over yourself is the limiting beliefs that you have that you put on yourself. So in marketing, you're always a reflection. You're always a mirror. I'm pretty sure that's what I got from your YouTube video. But yeah, like marketing is your full mirrorship of who you are. And you can't get over that one little hate comment or like my hair wasn't right that day.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah,
freaking who cares? Right? I used to think like that too. Like, oh, it's gonna be perfect. Where it's like, no, we just gotta put it out there.
Yeah.
And like, you don't know what hits till after it's out there. Like, for context, we do a lot of social media marketing. That's where like 80% of my leads come through.
Okay.
Like, we don't really pay for ads. Like I haven't really paid. I think I spent like $5 on ads at one point. But the organic side is what we really focus on.
Yes.
And with that, it's like, yeah, we can create the content, we can plan it all out, we can freestyle it. However we decide to create the content, we don't know how good it is until it's out there. So it's like, instead of me thinking like judging, oh, is it good enough? Oh, should I do it? It's like, no, let's just like put it out there, throw it out there, keep adjusting, make it better, and just hire better and better people. And that's a big thing I learned from coming back from Vegas and Miami, is that like, I can't learn everything.
Mm-hmm.
I can have the vision, and then just now it's better to hire specialists that know what they're doing. I can have that conversation around marketing, around sales, around even being able to having closers on real estate, or even like realtors. Like, they're specialists, right? Versus before, what I was doing was training generalists, which was fine. It got us from point A to point B, but from point B to point C, that's where it's like, okay, it's a different paradigm. It's a lot more focused on specialists now, because not everyone can do everything, right? And you shouldn't. And you shouldn't, right? For me, as I guess CEO of this, I have to know a little bit of everything.
Yes.
But just enough to be good enough that the business could sustain if it was just me. But is that the most efficient? No. Right? Like, yeah, I could do my copywriting. Yeah, I can do my marketing. Yeah, I can do my sales. And yeah, I can lead the team. And there's enough that I could pay myself for that. But again, that's point A to point B. It's just pay yourself enough that it's like it works out.
Yes.
Fine. B to C is like, okay, well, now we got to start like paying people so that they can constantly grow. And a big part of like what I do especially in the coaching and the real estate business, is I want my people to start their own businesses as well.
Yeah.
Right. Because then they'll see what it's really like. Right. Because if they're stuck in employee mode, they're going to value security over abundance.
Oh.
Right. And that's fine. Right. That's fine as a starting place, but it's a complete limitation. And I had to deal with that. Like I spent like $24,000 hiring like a business mindset coach. And then all he's doing is just like, hey, get out of scarcity. Hey, get out of scarcity. Oh, this thing happened to you when you were a child. That's putting in scarcity. Let's put you in abundance. And